Hi, my name is Maisha Williams and I'm the founder of STEM Girls Social Network. I wanted to create like this video podcast, not really sure what I'm going to call it right now, but I really want to speak to parents of high school students and middle school students to give you resources on how to STEMify, my made-up word, your child's education. I am the founder of STEM Girls Social Network, where I'm really passionate about getting more, especially young women, into science and technology careers. And I am really focused on creating an educational experience that makes math, science exciting. And if it's not exciting, at least they are confident in it. So my main focus the last couple of years has been ACT and SAT prep. What's up with this freelance hair thing over here? Anyway, ACT and SAT prep. So I am going to do a video of my frequently most asked questions about ACT and SAT prep. Now, you want to know, why am I qualified to talk about ACT and SAT prep? So in high school, my first ACT score was a 19. 19. Don't even apply to college with a 19. Like, just don't do it. I mean, you could, but, I would. 19, I wanted to go to schools like, I'm not even going to tell you all the schools. Anyway, Indiana, University of Indiana, Iowa State. I want to go to Spelman. I wanted to go to Hampton and University of Michigan. That was my top school. And I had 19. My counselor sat down with me and like, you need to reevaluate your life. You are not going to go into schools like these. You should look at Illinois State or something like that, maybe. But you're definitely not going to be an engineer with these grades or with this score. And I studied really hard, got myself a system together, and I scored a 31 on the ACT when I turned it into schools. So I teach that system to other students. I've helped one young lady go from a 21 to a 30 in less than 3 months. Several of my students have gotten 35s, which is almost perfect, one perfect score. And right now I'm coaching a young man who I'm pretty sure confident he's going to get very close to perfect. So over the past year, all of my students have scored above a 30. So that is a little bit about me. And I've been tutoring for about 12 years. Yeah, I know I look like 25. I started tutoring long, but no. Anyway, so let's jump in. Most frequently asked questions about ACT, SAT prep. Wrote it down. When should I start prepping for the ACT? Remember, this podcast is for high school parents, middle schoolers, or high schoolers can benefit from watching this as well. So when should I start prepping for the ACT? Very frequently asked question. You should ideally start prepping, like taking practice exams and things like that, your sophomore year. After you take in algebra, hopefully geometry, you should start prepping. And, yeah. So sophomore year, start prepping, take your first exam, whether that's ACT or SAT, and then you want to your junior year, if you need more help, get a tutor. But I would give yourself at least 8 weeks, at least 8 sessions with a tutor to help increase your score. So a tutor is more like I consider myself like a coach. I kind of guide you through the process, right? So give yourself 8 weeks of individual sessions with a tutor and a coach to help you prep for the ACT. And that's how you will see a higher score. Or take one of those, classes with your school or something like that, but make sure to do outside work. You can't just come to your sessions and think that's enough to prep for the ACT. You need to do more outside work. Okay, so another question I get asked a lot. My student is in middle school or elementary school. Should I start prepping them for the ACT or SAT? No, like you're going to scare your child. You're overwhelming your child. Like, parents, like, calm down. I understand your child is a genius. Unless your child has taken algebra or geometry, you should not start giving your child practice exams. I mean, you can give them a practice exam and see how they're doing it, but I wouldn't start like prepping them or have a tutor for them or anything. If you want to start working in middle school and high school with building up their algebra skills and geometry skills, not against that. Do that. Help build up their vocabulary, their English grammar, but don't give them actual standardized tests. Like, they're already over-tested already, and then you're in elementary school giving them an exam for a high schooler, which I understand your child is a child genius, but you can start working on other things. And I'll do a whole nother video about that later. I call them tiger parents. You're like stressing your child out by trying to over-prepare them. Okay, so next, should I take the ACT or SAT? Good question. What I would suggest, either your freshman or sophomore year, you take the ACT and then you take the SAT. No pressure. You see which one you do better on. And then you only prep for that exam. I have so many parents come to me and like, I want her to take the ACT and the SAT. Why? Well, the East Coast schools prefer the SAT. They prefer it, but they still will take the ACT. They will like scale the score to their SAT score and they'll take that score. Only focus on prepping for one exam, because like when your focus is all over the place, then it lessens the likelihood of your child doing the best that they can do on that one exam. So please only focus on one exam. It ensures that they'll be able to get their best possible score, okay? How can I support my student? So you can support your student by being supportive. Being supportive and encouraging and helping them build their confidence. So telling them that they can do it, getting them outside resources if needed, and starting in elementary school, you can really help them build their vocabulary. So how you help them build your vocabulary is build your vocabulary as well. So have 7 family words for the week, right? The whole family can do this. 7 words for the week that you learn and you use over the dinner table, you use in conversation, things like that. So the whole family has this game where we're building our vocabulary. Really help. Also, another way to help your student is to read articles in the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, things like that, and discuss them. This helps them with their reading, critical thinking, and logic skills. So being able to discuss higher order articles will really help them out. Also, what is a good score? A good score is completely relative. It's relative to what are your goals and what are you trying to do. Do you want to have a full ride to an Ivy League school? You need to get perfect score. You need to get a perfect score, and you need to have some other spectacular things like build a business, $1 million business, something like that, to get in these Ivy League schools with a full ride. Like, this is not an easy task. Getting in the Ivy League school, though, 33 or higher. 33 or higher. And so that puts you in the top 1% of 1%, basically, of the country. If you want to go to a top-tier state school, like I went to University of Michigan, engineering program or regular, you want to score 28 or higher, at least. And that's not going to get you a full ride. It's going to possibly get you in. But 28 or higher for a school like University of Michigan, University of California, things like that, Berkeley, those are where you want to score. If you want to go somewhere like not the top tier state school, but second tier state school, like Illinois State, things like that, Georgia State, you need to score somewhere around 23 to 25, okay? Community college, probably 15, 16, something like that to get in. Now, if you want to get a full ride, think about where you're at and what, is a possible feasible score for you based off like your previous scores, and think about what type of school you'll get a full ride. So if you want to go somewhere like University of Michigan, like where I went with full ride, you probably want to score close to perfect. I don't know what their criteria for full ride is, but whatever. You probably want to score close to perfect. Some schools I applied to, like maybe Hampton, which is a top-tier historically black college. Spelman, to get a full ride there, you want to at least score 27, 28. Now, if you want to get a full ride to somewhere like South Carolina State, You can go there with a full ride, books and board, tuition, and probably score somewhere 24, 25. So think about what your goals. Do you want to go to top tier institution, or do you want to get a full ride, or do you want to get both? And that determines what kind of score you get. Okay, so those are my most frequently asked questions. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments. I'll make more videos speaking about what you want to talk about to help you prepare for college and do the best throughout high school and your academic career, and help parents help you support your child and help STEMify their career, because I'm all about really doing your best in school. And this episode, our first episode, is sponsored by Lyft. So go to lyft.com/invite/Maisha, M-I-E-S-H-A, and enter your phone number, and you'll get $50 in ride credit. So moms, you need a break from the kids, you want to drink a little, have Lyft do the driving for you. Kids want to get to school, don't want to take the bus that day, have Lyft do the driving for you. And I'll leave that information in the comments. If you want to contact me for private tutoring or class tutoring, that information will be in the link at the bottom as well. All right, have a great one. Have any questions, let me know. Thanks.